When we think of family, it's easy to picture just a group of people living together. But a family is much more, a living system where everyone's actions ripple through the whole. Imagine a mobile over a crib, touch one piece, and the whole thing moves. That's how families work. One person's struggle or joy affects everyone. When addiction enters, it's like a storm shaking that mobile. The balance is lost, and everyone scrambles to adapt, often unconsciously. The family bends to keep things together, sometimes creating unhealthy patterns just to survive. Addiction isn't just one person's problem, it's a family problem, a system problem. Sending one person to treatment without addressing the family system is like fixing one gear in a broken machine and expecting it to run smoothly. Real healing means looking at the whole family, the way you communicate, the hidden rules, the unspoken pain. If you want lasting change, you have to heal the system, not just the individual. It's simple in theory, but complex in practice. The family's health is the foundation for everyone's recovery. That's where real change begins. When addiction disrupts a family, people adopt survival stances, ways of coping that keep the peace but block real connection. Virginia Satir named 4, the placator, who avoids conflict and says yes to everything, the blamer, who points fingers to dodge their own pain, the super reasonable, who hides behind logic and facts, and the distractor, who jokes or changes the subject to escape tension. The placator sacrifices their own needs to keep everyone calm, but loses themselves in the process. The blamer lashes out, building walls of anger that isolate them from others. The super reasonable intellectualizes everything, avoiding messy emotions and real vulnerability. The distractor tries to lighten the mood, but their antics keep the family from facing the real issues. These stances aren't who people truly are. They're masks for survival. Underneath, everyone is just trying to cope with chaos. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to breaking free. Families can't heal if everyone's hiding behind a role. Drop the mask and real change can begin. It's not easy, but it's possible. Healing starts with honesty. Addiction doesn't just disrupt a family, it reshapes it. Everyone takes on a role to keep the system running. Sharon Wegscheider-Cruz identified these roles: the addict, whose behavior drives the chaos; the hero, who overachieves to cover up the pain; the scapegoat, who acts out and draws fire away from the real problem; the lost child, who disappears to avoid conflict; and the mascot, who uses humor to diffuse tension. The addict absorbs the family's energy, while the hero tries to make everything look perfect. The scapegoat becomes the family's target, distracting from the addiction itself. The lost child hides, hoping to stay invisible and safe. The mascot brings comic relief, but hides deep sadness. These roles aren't chosen, they're assigned by the family's need to survive, but they come at a cost. Everyone's true self gets buried. Healing means stepping out of these roles and facing the truth together. Only then can the family start to recover. It's time to rewrite the script. Picture the family dinner table, a stage where every role plays out. The addict's mood sets the tone, everyone else tiptoes around, trying not to trigger an explosion. The hero fills awkward silences, desperate for normalcy. The scapegoat stirs conflict, forcing the family to focus on them instead of the real issue. The lost child fades into the background, hoping to go unnoticed. The mascot cracks jokes, offering brief relief from the tension. This isn't a meal, it's a survival drill. No one's really connecting, everyone's just trying to get through it. Until the real problem is faced, the dinner table stays a battleground. Enabling is one of the most damaging patterns in families with addiction. It looks like help, covering for missed work, paying bills, bailing someone out, but it shields the addict from consequences. Enabling comes from love, fear, and guilt, but it actually keeps the addiction alive. The message is, you don't have to change because I'll fix it for you. Breaking this cycle means letting consequences happen even when it hurts. It's not cruelty, it's love with boundaries. Saying no is hard, but it's necessary for real change. The family must stop working harder on the addict's recovery than the addict does. True help means stepping back and letting reality do its work. That's when healing can start. Family recovery is a journey, not a quick fix. It starts with denial, minimizing the problem, hoping it'll go away. When denial cracks, anger surfaces, at the addict, at themselves, at the world. Bargaining follows. If only they'd stop, everything would be fine. Then comes depression, as the family grieves lost dreams and faces painful truths. Finally, acceptance arrives, not approval, but a clear-eyed recognition of reality. Acceptance means understanding what you can and can't control and committing to the long road of recovery. Each stage is tough but necessary. Families must move through them together, supporting each other. Healing is messy, but it's possible. The pain is real, but so is the hope. With honesty and support, families can rebuild. Recovery is a new beginning. Understanding the problem is just the start. Action is what changes things. First, educate yourselves about addiction and family roles. Knowledge is power. Next, identify the roles you've been playing and set healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect everyone's well-being. Family therapy is key. A professional can guide honest conversations and teach new ways to connect. Practice new communication. Use I statements, listen, and be honest. Remember, you can't change what you won't acknowledge. Focus on your own healing, not just the addict's. When the family gets healthy, it gives everyone the best shot at recovery. It's hard work, but it's worth it. Start today. Your family's future depends on it.